This is the city of Jerusalem. So many important things happen in Jerusalem that we need a small piece of it to help us tell the stories. Once every year, the people of God go up to Jerusalem to celebrate the feast of the Passover, to remember how God led them through the waters to freedom. And every year, Jesus and his family and friends went to Jerusalem to celebrate the feast. But this year, when Jesus entered Jerusalem, the whole city was asking, "Who is this man? Who is Jesus?" Peter, James, and John were with him. Now, Jesus was teaching at the temple. The chief priest and the elders were at the temple, and they were trying to trick Jesus. They wanted to arrest Jesus and to have him killed. They kept asking, "Who gave you the authority to say what you say and do what you do?" And they kept on questioning him. Then one of the teachers of the law came. He asked Jesus, of all the commandments, of all of the 10 best ways to live, which is the most important? Jesus answered this: "The most important commandment is this: our God is one. Love God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind, and with all your strength." The second is this: love your neighbor as yourself. There is no more greater commandment than these. "You are right," the scribe said. "God is one. To love God with all your heart, with all your understanding, and with all your strength, and to love your neighbor as yourself is more important than all the burnt offerings and sacrifices." Jesus said to him, "You are not far from the kingdom of God." And from then on, no one dared to question the authority of Jesus. I wonder how Jesus feels when the people in Jerusalem wonder who he is. I wonder how the people in Jerusalem feel as they listen to Jesus' teachings. I wonder how the crowds feel when they hear the priests and the scribes trying to trick Jesus with their questions. I wonder how the priest and the elders feel as Jesus tells what is the most important commandment. I wonder how they feel when they hear Jesus say the second most important commandment is to love your neighbor as yourself. I wonder, why it is hard for some of them to love Jesus. I wonder how Jesus feels about the priests and elders. I wonder where you are in this story. Here is the temple. Here are the priest and the elder. Here's John, James, and Peter. Here is the teacher of the law that asked Jesus the question of all the commandments, of all the 10 best ways, which is the most important? And when Jesus told him of the most important commandment, to love God with all your heart and all your mind and with all your strength, was the most important commandment. And the second most important, to love your neighbor as yourself. The teacher said, "You are right. God is one. To love God with all your heart and your understanding and strength, and to love your neighbor as yourself are more important than other things like burnt offerings." He told Jesus he was correct. Here's Jesus that told the teacher that he was close to the kingdom of heaven. And here is love. And here is God is one. All this happened in the city of Jerusalem.